Well, students, we're going to finish these cartoons today. If you're absent or you haven't finished the skin color, please remember to use the darker of the two first to outline everything. You're going to shade it in lightly, and then you're going to use the darker of the two, and you're going to press it on really hard. Make sure there aren't any white spots left. Fill in all of this and using a lot of pressure to get a good mix. Most of us have that done. Don't forget to do your neck and your ears. If that's done, then you can move into the hair color. Please think about doing a mix for that too, whether you're doing brown and mixing like, I'm gonna do brown, and then I'm gonna use some light brown or some tan, and maybe add a little bit of black. Or if you're doing red hair and doing dark red, light red, maybe an orange red, or if you're, so I'm adding a little bit of black here, or if you're doing black, maybe black and then add a little bit of brown to it, or blonde hair, maybe you're gonna be using yellow and orange and a little bit of tan to blend it, or if you have dyed hair color, doing some mixes. Eye color, kind of the same thing. I'm only doing the circle, the pupil here. If you're doing blue eyes, maybe doing a dark blue, then mix it with a light blue, or dark green and light green, or dark brown and light brown. If you have lips, you can finish those too with maybe some red and some pink. If that's done, then I do want you to finish your clothing. Here, I still have some of the sweatshirt left to do. So I'm gonna do some black, and then I'm gonna mix a little bit of the black with gray, so that it's different than the shirt. The shirt I did gray and white. So this, I'm gonna try to press this on pretty hard. And those of you who are already done with the portrait and have the face, the eye color, hair color, and the clothing done, then you can move on to the background. Here I gotta probably color this a little bit better, but I wanna give you more work time, so we'll move forward here. When I have this done, if you do use any black, you do wanna make sure that you're kind of cleaning it off, because you don't want any of the black to smear into the background color that you do, especially some of these lighter grass colors and things like that. I don't want the black to smear in. So I have used this screen for this. I'm gonna use this screen, and there might even be some yellow green that you could use, or a lighter green. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna do a little bit of a blue-green mix too, so that it'll help create foreground, middle ground, and background. I wouldn't wanna make it all just the same green. So here, we're gonna take this and fill this in. I'm gonna leave these bleachers. I'm gonna color them probably gray to make them look kind of like silver. Sometimes bleachers are white or brown or something, or I don't know, they could be even a different color if you want them to be red or stand out, or you could have them be West Ottawa colors and have maybe this one be black, white, black or something. But I'm gonna get that filled in. And then this is the same green, but I don't want it to look the same. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on first, bring that all the way up to my horizon line. Then I'm gonna put blue on it to turn it to a really dark green. So here, I'm gonna take this, we'll mix some blue into it. That's gonna make the green look like a really dark green, and then it won't look like the same as the green below it. And then this green, in order to change this, I'm gonna put a little bit of this into it to get a mix. And then the green on the bottom, in order to make that even lighter, I could add white to it if I wanted to, or I could just put a little bit of yellow into this, and that will kind of lighten some of that up, even make it brighter, okay? So then I've got, that creates kind of a feeling of things in the foreground and the front, middle ground in between here, and then background. So just like I did with the soccer goal here, I'm gonna do those, and I'm gonna add a little bit of gray to these. Now for the sky, you could do so many different colors for the sky color. I am gonna do the sun first, and I've already added some yellow, but I wanna do a yellow orange mix here. And then once I have a mix in there, then I think I want my wind to stand out with a little bit of gray. And since we said it's a little bit stormy, I'm gonna make the bottom of these clouds gray too. So I'm gonna leave the top of the clouds white, but I'm gonna make the bottom of them gray. That'll just help it look a little bit more like a storm is blowing in. And then, like I just was saying, with the sky, you could do something like a sunset where you work from maybe like red to pink to orange, and maybe even add a little bit of yellow into it. You could do like a midnight sky with like blues and blacks and grays. You could do a daytime sky and just do blues and then mix it with a little bit of white. I'm gonna do my sky, and I'm gonna shade it from a really dark blue to a lighter blue, and I might even add a little bit of gray into it to make it look kind of stormy. So if I make this super, super, super dark, then I can bring this down and get lighter and lighter and lighter. I don't want to go on top of my clouds or on top of my sun. So I'm going to bring that down a little bit. Then, once I have that, then I'll take another blue and I'm going to color on top of that. And then I'm going to bring that down a little bit lower around the clouds. I don't want my rain to blend in, so I might have to make that a darker blue. Bring that down. Once I have that, going from that really dark blue, I'm kind of going side to side to keep it all even. Then I'll go to this even lighter blue. Bring that down. Then I'm going to add a little bit of white into it too. So please work on doing some mixing, and that white will help blend all those colors together a little bit better. And then I'm going to make this rain a little bit of a darker blue. And then I can even come back and make sure to blend this in a little bit more, and to make it look a little bit stormy, I might put a little bit of gray into it too. But I think it's a good practice to go from dark to light and bring your sky color all the way down to the horizon line. If you get everything done, some of us will have time for this, some of us won't. If you do have it all done, then I will give you a black colored pencil. This is really just for the face. This doesn't really work great for parts that you did with crayon, but you can still try it. It's mainly for these parts of the face that have gotten covered up by the color stick. So if there's time, I'll give you a black pencil. These lines in the nose got covered up. This can make it look better. It could make it look worse if you're not doing it carefully. So please just stay right on that line. I'm not making it look really scribbly. So just stay right on that line. Make those details stand out again. Into the hairline too, or into the ears. It's really just a good way to cover up any of that color stick that we use for the skin color. I can come through here and finish those out. And you can try it in the background if you get something covered up, but it's mainly for the face. So let's have fun finishing these cartoons.